Hi everybody and welcome to your MyFitnessPal tutorial part 1. We're going to be going over how to set your goals. So you need to have downloaded MyFitnessPal. If you haven't downloaded MyFitnessPal, just go ahead, pause this video and download it. If you have, then we're going to open the app and we're going to be focusing on how to set up how many calories you should eat and then how those calories should be split across the macros, which is carbohydrates, proteins and fats. So if you just go ahead and click on MyFitnessPal and open up the app, what that's going to do is open up on your dashboard page, and this will be your home page if you like, and it's going to tell you how many calories you should be eating, how many you've eaten and how many you've burnt throughout exercise if that's all linked together. But today we're going to be focusing on the goals. So if you go to the bottom right hand corner, you'll see a button that says more. You're just going to click on the more button. This is going to bring up your menu. Now about the 6th one down is something that says goals, so we're going to click on that. Alright, so that's going to bring up a page where you can enter your starting weight, your goal weight, how active you are, and it's also where we're going to enter our macro split goals. So if we go into the starting weight, if you just click on that, it's going to bring up a little sort of dial that you can use. What I want you to do is just simply scroll right and left until you can enter your current weight, and then just click the tick button to keep that saved. You're then going to go into goal weight, and every time it's going to say, oh, you wanted to update, you just click yes. So again, you use the slider until you get to what your goal weight is. And I'm going to put in there maybe like 124 pounds, and then just click the arrow. So you need to choose whether you want a short-term goal, which is 12 weeks, or whether you want a long-term goal, which is 6 to 12 months. I personally prefer putting in short-term goals because then I can reassess how I look, how I feel, how many results I have been getting with the goals that I've already set, because this isn't set in stone and this isn't going to be forever. You're going to need to change this along the way. So if you then click in weekly goals, and you can set up whether you want to lose 0.5 pound, 1.5 pounds per week. I'm going to set mine at 0.5. You can put it at £1 a week depending on how much weight you have to lose. I wouldn't go any higher than £2 a week to be realistic. And then in your activity level, you're just going to set that whether that's not very active all the way through to very active. If it's not very active, it means you have a sedentary job and you don't really walk too much. You may only do 2,000–3,000 steps a day. Lightly active would be maintaining 5,000 to 10,000 steps a day and maybe exercising 30 minutes 2 to 3 times a week. And active would be that you exercise maybe 4 times a week. It's quite intense and you're doing your steps. So I'm going to click active. Very active is probably reserved for those that are training for marathons, training for events, or exercising every day quite intensely. So click the tick arrow when you've decided what you are. And then you're going to go down to your nutrition goals here. Now, MyFitnessPal, based on the information that we've just put in, is going to calculate what they roughly think. So just click on the calories there. It's going to bring up how many calories it thinks you should be eating to obtain your goal. And it's going to give you a rough sort of split on the macros. We're going to click on calories there. It's going to bring up the calculator so that you can enter your own calories. So if you've worked out how many calories you should be eating every day, you can amend that. And I'm going to change mine to 1,800 a day because I know that I need to eat a little bit more than that. And then just click that tick. In the carbohydrates, just click on one. It's going to bring up like these 3 dials for you. You can see that the grams are locked. Don't worry about that, that's for a premium membership, but you can actually get everything you need on the free membership. So here you'll see that you can just scroll up and down with these dials, but the bottom must always equal 100% for you to be able to set that. So what I'm going to do is, I would say that for me, I need to make sure that at a minimum you're eating 0.75 grams per kilogram of body weight in protein. So I always set my protein first. But because I'm going to be active, I'm going to aim for between 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of my body weight. And as I am 60 kilos, I'm going to say that is 60 to maybe 75 grams. So I'm going to put that up to 20%, and that's 90 grams because 15% and 68 grams is just a little bit too low. So if you put that up to wherever you have calculated your protein need, 20%, you can see just under where it says protein, it's telling me I'll need to eat 90 grams. So I'm going to leave that at 20, and then I'm going to work out the other two around that. So if I pull my fat down to about 25%, 20%, that gives me 60% of carbs. I don't particularly want my carbs to be that high, so I'm going to pull that down by 5%, and I'm going to increase my fat by 5% to give me 100 at the bottom. And then I'm just going to click tick. Okay, so those are your goals that are set. A little bit about these dials. It is sort of playing around. Always try to set your protein first, but these aren't set in stone. There is no perfect macro split for everybody. And so it's about putting in your macro split, doing your exercise, sticking to your goals, tracking your food, and then coming back and reassessing it and maybe moving these dials around a little bit. And it might be that I do need a little bit more protein and I do need a little bit less carbs, depending on what my goals are going to be. So I'm going to leave that for now and click tick. And then when I go back out into my home screen here and onto my dashboard, you can see I've got 1,800 calories left to eat today because I haven't tracked anything. But when it comes to tracking, you will click into the diary section. And in video 2, we're going to go over how to track your food using the barcode scanner, using the add food, or using save recipes.